Hello and welcome back to the Gamer's Tale.
I like how he waited till we were done talking to do that.
Exactly. Hello and welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. I'm Trent Gander. I'll be your dungeon master for this
I
evening.
like that you just interrupted him to say what you liked.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill us all.
Now,
Loud noises!
I'm heavily tempted to just do like, okay, I'm going to either go into a different channel or like just mute people. So, anyway,
Cthulhu comes down and murders all our characters.
that's the wrong game, okay? Anyway, so we're going to be continuing our Forged in the Onyx campaign this evening. We'll not be joined by Q. Greer's going off on a secret mission to uncharted space. And we'll be returning because he's got a lot of real-life stuff that he needs to do. I'm once again joined by Brock the Constipated, Tredskala the Informed, Lundgren Bask, Man of the Pot, and our thick southerner, Davey. And of course, the ever-present and ever-lovable, grimly pallid rogue, the dwarf.
Hello.
When last we left our heroes, they had made their way to a church deep within Dimgrave itself, just north of the Crucible. Inside the church, they were able to find a large, somewhat metal cocoon hanging above the altar. After releasing it, they found this large humanoid figure with metal angelic wings extending from it. Informed them that it had been captured for several weeks and that it was seeking to destroy the Throne of Omens, a problem that has been in the background for the party for probably about a year in the game and then almost a year in real life. They managed to leave the church without incident, to which the creature took into the sky and disappeared from sight after informing them that they would be in touch. It's still raining, and we're still on the night of that disappearance. And now I hand it over to my lovely players to do something. Come on. So what are you guys doing?
I attack the darkness.
All right, roll me an attack at disadvantage.
I didn't hear that last part.
Taking it so serious. Anyway, I don't know what we're doing.
Okay.
Or
All right.
I am not the leader.
I'm sorry. What, Ty?
He said we got to work our leads, which I know we have precious little of.
Gear says, "I'm worked on that," and he disappears into the darkness.
Okay. Bye. I
Teach me how to
guess.
meditate. Bye.
Damn midget.
Well,
There's a distant roll of thunder.
Wait a minute.
Hmm?
Did the dwarf just call the halfling a midget?
Yeah.
he is like smaller than him.
Not hardly.
You dire halfling.
Dude, yes. I'm gonna start calling myself a dire halfling.
All right. So, since there doesn't seem anything else, would it be safe to assume that you go back to the leather straps, the inn that you were staying at previously? Oh,
Let's try to contact animals out here.
Tread, you hand off about 2,000 gold at the request of your small halfling friend. He needs that for whatever work he's doing.
He's gonna buy a
Okay.
bunch of whores.
Wouldn't you?
No.
2,000 gold, you said?
2,000, correct.
Anything that's been ridden by that many people, nope.
I'm just gonna look at him confused.
Well, why don't you just like be nice to them, and they'll you don't have
Why?
to pay for them.
Oh. Yeah.
Davey just shrugs like, isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Well, then their pimps get involved, and
They're
Oh, I'm
what?
sorry, they're madams,
They're what?
the ones who run the houses.
I ain't never been to one of them houses.
I have not either.
Then how do you know that?
So I'm gonna cast
everyone-
Speak with Animals on our way back.
Okay. All right. All right.
And I will speak to animals I find along the way.
There's not a lot of animals out and about. It is raining rather steadily. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Ooh, earthworms.
Oh yeah, yeah. You encounter an earthworm on one of the streets. It's worked his way
Is
up.
his
to the
name
pavement.
Jim?
No, his name's Slim.
Damn it.
That's Jim is his brother. Anyway, this small
Good.
earthworm has painstakingly pulled itself up out of the street.
I will pick him up and ask him what's going on.
Nah, it's raining. Can you put it down?
Tread Scala, like,
Probably about all the worm can manage.
Have you seen any other animals around here?
I don't have eyes.
Have you sensed any other animals around here?
I mean, most of the other animals are, in their homes. It's raining.
I think I see a bird.
Hmm. I should have known this wouldn't work. I will
You're
protect
supposed to
you
be smarter than that
until the
now?
rain ends, Earthworm.
But I like the rain.
Oh, okay. And then I'll just put him back on the ground.
Thank you,
Goodbye,
kind
friend.
sir.
careful. Okay.
Don't get stepped on or eaten.
No promises. This wiggles off.
He was a nice worm.
Was he?
Yes.
You feel watched, Tread Scala.
By the worm?
No. Rory Coverley doesn't have eyes.
Are we being scryed on?
No, you kind of like, what is that? And there's just like this cat blinking lazily at you from under one of the awnings.
Greetings, furry one.
Hello.
Do you have any information on the current events going on around here?
Oh,
Anything strange?
it's wet. I don't like it when it's wet.
Oh, so many comments.
And it just kind of starts, cleaning its head a little bit. There's nothing interesting. Everything's so boring. And the loud noises to the rising sun, they are so loud on my tender ears.
That is unfortunate.
Mm.
Do you know specifically where the noises are coming from?
With all the people and the large hammers and the banging of metal against metal by the big worms.
The big what?
Worms.
Oh, okay, so like factories.
Yes. He stretches and then just kind of walks off.
Or
I was going to reward him, but I guess he's fine with nothing.
No, all cats are like that. Just let them be. I don't like
At
cats.
least I got information this time. The factories nearby have been louder than usual lately. That may be something that we should look into.
I'll follow your lead. I think we all know I'm not too good at that.
Navigation?
What?
What?
I need you to speak very directly into the mic, Ty, because otherwise you just come out very brokenly, and I get half of your sentences.
Navigation.
Navigation.
I'm
Yeah,
okay.
Navigation is the only word that I call.
I'm okay at that.
I
think.
can navigate.
I mean, I've been on a ship for a while, but I was never the navigator.
I assume
Okay.
you meant navigate to the factories?
Well, because if you said, y'all know I'm not too good at that.
The
Should
whole
go into
lead, the whole leading thing.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh,
Are you paying
Your
attention, Ty?
conversation-
Wow, that was a misunderstanding.
Oh.
oh, I kind of thought that could have been what it was. 112% sure.
So do we want to go investigate the factories tonight or tomorrow?
I'm bored. I say tonight.
So yeah, tonight for sure.
That's
All
2
right.
out of 4.
The cat said the factories are to the east.
All right, let's go.
Assuming the sun does rise east.
Yeah, just for ease of reference, all of the cardinal directions and the way that the sun works is the same as the real world, because screw being unique. Because it rises. Oh, is that east? No, it comes out of the west. No, it rises in the east.
Oh yeah, well my world has 3 suns, one in the northeast, one in the southwest, and
Fuck up.
What is that?
That's no moon.
It was the name of the campaign, My Three Sons.
It,
Anyway.
And for you youngins, that was a TV show back in the day, to the people who probably aren't watching this.
do you think anyone actually watches your streams? I'm not trying to be mean, but there's so many videos out there.
I know, but apparently somebody does, and they know drink.
Somebody, one person.
Probably a couple. I don't know. Anyway.
That's kind of creepy. They're watching us.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think I'm gonna clam up.
We both know that's BS, Brock.
Nope.
Anyway.
Especially when I'm drinking. Anyway. Oh, have you guys seen A Midnight Gospel?
No. Let's play
You
D&D.
should totally watch it. Yes.
What's D&D?
This is life, but also fantasy. So you guys
Is
are...
this real life? Is this just fantasy?
Depends on what you view of life. Anyway, as you guys make your way toward the area referred to as the
Song
Crucible,
lyrics, man.
Oh my god. Ah.
you realize that I blow by people's jokes faster than 90 miles per hour in a 15-mile-an-hour zone. Anyway.
I just caught that you blow things. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Let's make your way toward the Crucible.
we're gonna die so bad now.
Yep.
The large factories. As you get probably within a block of them, you can still hear the pounding of metal against metal, as if work and production does not stop within them. They are...
Sounds like dwarves in there.
Yes. Even now, the soot from the smokestacks and the actually somewhat ambient heat begin to hit you as you approach closer to the buildings. The streets are still deserted. It is late at night. It is pouring down rain.
Let's go inside.
You make your way towards one of the more obvious-looking doors in this conglomerate of industry, and it appears to be open.
I'll push it open, or turn the handle and push it open.
You turn the handle, the door opens, releasing a slightly golden light that reveals a series of candles in lanterns strewn about the room, and a very roughly hewn countertop that seems to
Any
be...
Barry White music?
No, there are not.
Oh, that's just disappointing.
It's not that kind of setting. It's not that now, if you wanted that, you could go back to the leather straps. Anyway, inside, there doesn't seem to be anyone in attendance. They apparently don't get any walk-ins or people who need to be attended, late at night. There are a number of, not stairs, chairs, the other Ayers word. Chairs that are also along the walls. Think something
Stairs?
like a ye old equivalent of a mechanic's waiting area.
It,
So there's a centralized counter. There's a couple of chairs against the wall. There's the main door, and there's 3-ish doors that lead off from this main room. One directly behind the counter, one on either side, but all of them are behind that threshold of the counter. It is very surprisingly loud in here. So much so that you can't actually tell the different impacts from whatever's hammering anymore.
could I possibly know that?
Know what?
A dwarven smithy?
You mean what's hammering?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a. It's gonna be a check of some kind. Let me look at your character sheet to see what I will inflict upon you. Roll me a history check.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
I mean, it sounds like a lot of the smithies you've been in before, but it sounds a little bit more like the steam hammers that were just being developed as you were starting to leave. You're just like, wow, these things.
So extra heavy hammering, basically, big machines.
It sounds like big machines, but also sounds way too regular to be like a bunch of people hitting things with hammers, because each smith has their own individual cadence. But,
Oh yeah.
But this is like. It sounds what we would think of like a train, but it's so loud and they're so repetitive that you're having a hard time hearing the individual impacts. It just sounds like this continuous roar.
They're using steam power.
Okay.
Working on something big.
Take your word for it.
That was useful.
Yay! All right, fearless leaders. Tredscala.
Yes.
Almost impossibly, you think you hear a cowbell from deeper in this wall of noise inside the offices.
I follow it.
Well, clearly there needs to be more.
But wait, where we going?
Okay.
Skull cow.
Go what?
Don't worry about it. Just follow me.
I'm okay.
Triskel, you push past the desk or the counter, and you open the door in the back, and you just pursue where you just hear that ding, 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 and it's still supremely loud in here, and it leads you through some twists and turns, and finally you open this one door. It opens out into a massive area. It is still unbelievably loud, but now the heat is intense. It feels really good to you. Everyone else, it feels like you're standing in front of an open forge, a little too close. It's kind of singy. And you see...
This feels like home.
You see out in front of you pillar after metallic pillar, this massive workshop. Sparks are flying from almost every direction as men, orcs, some dwarves, even a few halflings are working these immense sheets of metal. Some of them are almost the size of Brocked in width alone. And they're using, several of them are working together to use these long metallic tongs to move the very thin pieces of metal sheeting from place to place as it are pounded out to be even thinner and thinner. And in certain areas, you see them put them into these large wheels as they are thinned down into regular-sized piping or bars. Not bars, rods. And all this is going on. It has this almost beautiful rhythmic quality to it, except for the immense sound of hammer hitting metal, shaping it into whatever it is. And there's such a flurry of activity, except for these few major things. It seems like everyone in here is doing something, but you're not sure what all of it is.
I'm just following Trent.
Tread, it is.
He's just like taking it in. Like
He's
he's
intelligent.
never seen anything like that before.
Actually,
What are
he
they
has.
building?
He has seen something like this before. Make me a
Oh
history
wait,
check.
you're right. Hey, I don't suck at history anymore.
What are you trying to say?
Say I should have assisted.
You
I'm
know,
saying if I had my old roll, I would have had a 10 out of
Yep.
15.
you know what? You've seen something like this before. Far across the sea. Maybe not the exact same process, but some of the materials do look familiar. And the
Does it look like that's what they're making here?
the metallic pillars are very similar, but it does seem as if quite possibly they might be making something similar.
Could they hear me if I talked right now?
You can barely hear yourself if you talk right now. Imagine the audio settings here are so much so that if you were to shout, it would sound almost like a whisper. These people probably have horrible hearing damage or have some sort of magical means of preserving their ability to say what?
Funny.
It sounded like you very much enjoyed that with your very dry, funny. Haha, funny.
Could we use our like sending stone things? Like the earring things that we've had since the beginning?
Of like the two other people that actually have that? Yeah, you could.
Yeah. I will do that.
It looks like they're making the airship things.
The Onyx, like Stoneground brought us across in.
Yes.
So, Grimly and Davy, all of a sudden you just see Treadscala grab that impossibly small earring that's just kind of taped to the side of his head. And Brock also kind of like grabs his earlobe where the earring is. And Lundgren also grabs his earring. You see them just looking back at each other intensely as their eyes shift back and forth. Like a conversation is being had as they hold one of their ears or ear holes.
So, anyone else see what they're doing?
No one can
What?
hear that.
Does anyone? Actually, no, Dave, you can be fucking loud, but I don't want to yell. So he just goes to them.
Stage
Goes, what are
yelling.
you doing?
It sounds really, really quiet, but you do manage to hear that, Tread.
We've seen these before.
What? Just you
I
guys
touched
continue
my
your conversation.
I touched my earring and I say tread.
Tread thinks, oh, I should write. Oh, wait.
I have a spare earring.
I thought you gave that to
Oh, we do-
somebody.
Give Mia the earring, it's not here.
I believe you gave it to Mia, yes.
Well, so that's Yolin's earring. What about Steven's? Or
Steven still has his
Dick's earring.
earring. It's not like he left his
Or
ear
it's still
behind.
okay, so I can write it down.
As far as you know.
Yeah, well. Okay, so I can't remember if Davey can read or not. Yeah, Davey can read, right?
Davey cannot read.
Cannot
Oh.
read, no.
Task failed
Okay.
successfully.
Okay, so
That's why I said you guys just continue.
must have forgotten that.
I should cast Awaken on Davy.
God.
Anyway,
The
do
question,
I still hear the cowbell?
you don't hear the cowbell in here. It sounds like it's coming from where you came from.
Is there a cow out there?
No?
Well, that's just disappointing.
Because I'm pretty sure we don't hear it.
Yeah, no. From your perspective, Treadskull has just been doing that weird lizard thing where they just kind of run around and look at things.
Run around, look left,
Kinda
and hold
weird.
still for a second. Look right, hold still for a second.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
Keep running.
Their heads and their tails go back and forth in opposite directions as they go from side to side.
As they oscillate.
Yes. Exactly.
So if the cowbell's not in here, then I'm gonna go to wherever it is.
Alright, so you guys go unearly back down the halls that you had passed before, out into the street. You can hear there's ringing. There is ungodly ringing for the amount of punishment your eardrums have taken from being so close to heavy machinery. But it takes a little bit for that to kind of wear off. There's just the
Ah, my tinnitus.
Me. Me.
We've all got tinnitus.
and tetanus. So you're back out in the streets. And it sounds... Treadskull, you hear like the cowbell kind of back in the direction of where your inn is. But it doesn't seem as insistent in its tones.
I believe that is what Skull Cow wanted us to see.
Okay.
You who do not have these earrings, we have seen those type of building materials before. They were used to build airships.
That sounds nifty.
Yeah, so Grimly and Davy, I keep wanting to call Davy Casey. They're
Maybe
just
circles?
Still?
yeah, still. Pretty much Treadskull uses a term that you don't fully understand. It sounds like he's taken two words and combined them together, and that's supposed to mean something. You're not sure if it's just a lizard folk thing or lost in translation.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I'll explain it on the way. And
I
start going
probably
back
won't
to
read
the...
it still, but you can try.
As the more you know screen goes across as they make their way back. Treadskull, you, with freakish accuracy, explain to them what you mean by airship. And I need Davy to roll me an intelligence roll.
Oh dear God.
No.
Okay.
What's air?
Oh God. We at?
Yeah, it's
12?
not that bad.
David needs to start talking in Valley Girl.
You can understand that it's kind of like a boat on the water, but not the water, but it's in the sky. You're kind of
Skyboat. Got it.
It's a boat in the sky.
Skyboat, exactly. Skyboat.
it's a skyboat. You're not sure what's all this talk about metal means, but it's just like in your head, there's like a sail ship just going through the sky somewhere.
Yeah, pretty much. He's imagining
enough.
like a boat going through the clouds like they're water. Just floating on the clouds. That's what he's imagining right now.
Oh, I like that image.
That
That's cute.
works. Yeah.
It does, and for some reason, I'm seeing it in like crayon drawing.
It probably, yeah.
Oh, now I'm seeing it like that too.
Yeah.
That's even cuter.
And it's just like this
Cuter.
little xylophone going back.
I was picturing Yoshi's Woolly World music.
Oh.
No, that's Yoshi's Island, but it fits too.
Close enough.
All right. Make your way back to the Leather Straws.
Downtown.
So we make our way back.
So we're making our way downtown, walking fast, moving fast, because we're homebound. Come on, man.
Oh. I didn't hear what I heard. What you said. I didn't hear what Craig said.
Wah.
Quack.
So anyway.
Yeah. So-
Right.
Oh, that's why.
Oh.
Anyway, so you guys make your way back in. She's not actually there, so I'm just gonna move her out of the way. No one seems to be in attendance. It's late. They expect people coming in at all hours. Not necessarily all of them are going to, be there. You guys make your way to your room skis.
So that's all we had to do at the factory.
I generally don't have any idea what's going on.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I had to take my headphones off.
Welcome back, Brock. I think that was Brock. If you're saying
That was me.
Oh, it's Craig. All right.
Yeah, it just completely crapped out for a second there.
Yay, internet problems. Okay, so you guys are back in your respective rooms, except that Greer is not there.
Go hide.
Deleted.
Delete. Brock, are you moving the bed in front of the door again? Brock, are you alive?
He's passed out.
Constipated.
Brock, are you being attacked by a
Alright.
kitten? Alright.
That damn alley cat I talked to got him.
No, he legitimately does have a kitten sometimes, though. But anyway. Yeah, so are you guys bedding down for the evening?
I crash out. Why the hell not?
Take. Somebody can watch for an hour and then come get me. I'll do the rest of it.
What?
Take me in an hour.
Oh, okay.
All
Yeah, I
right.
was just gonna go to bed. We're in a room. Should be fine.
Okay.
Shrug.
But yeah, theoretically.
So y'all go
Fine.
to sleep?
Yes.
Okay. So, while that's happening, I need a wisdom roll. Just a straight wisdom roll from Davy. And while that's going on,
Why me?
All right. Lungan, are you doing your normal sleepishness, like the automaton
As long-
shutdown?
As long as I've slept for an hour, yeah, I would just be like reading my book or whatever.
I'm asking if you've gone to sleep. That is the question. Please answer that.
Yeah, for an hour, yeah.
Okay. In your sleep, you're awake. And you look around and you're kind of in this room. It's not the room that you fell asleep in. It's just it's kind of all the colors at once. But that kind of goes into this kind of fades into this white, slightly pulsing kind of pinkish room. And you're in a chair, and there's this really tiny like luncheon table in front of you. And there's this guy sitting across from you. His hands braced on or his elbows braced on the table. He's just kind of got his hands clasped in front of his chest as he contemplates you. You are wearing your farm clothes and the pot.
Okay.
Well, this is nice, isn't it?
I suppose so.
You've been getting on very well, it seems. Have you been enjoying the trip so far?
Yes. Haven't.
That's good, that's good. Well, I guess we should get down to business. And he kind of brings out a game board. We was similar to one for chess or checkers. And he lays it out in front of you two. And he begins placing a number of figurines, for lack of a better term, on the game board. And you've seen the D&D equivalent of chess before, Lundgren. You've seen the D&D equivalent of checkers and Go, and yet these don't look like those pieces. And he kind of rubs the bridge of his nose as he's placing the figurines throughout the board. And they're not set up in the way that you would set up like chess pieces. They're just kind of scattered all over the place. As you look closer, the board itself is divided into fourths. All right, it covers about most of the top of the table. And the figurines are rather spaced out. Some of them are a little more clumped together, and others are just completely by themselves. Okay, where were we? Ah, yes. Okay. So, tell me, what do you see?
I see you setting up pieces on a board. It's similar to games that I've seen, but not exactly. And some pieces are by themselves, and other pieces are grouped together.
He kind of gives you a little face like, okay, let's try this again. Look at the pieces. What do you see? There's like 4 or 5 of them right in front of you, and there's probably about 20 on the board in total.
In front of me. And there are others that are scattered around elsewhere.
Okay. Just kind of claps his hands together like, He pulls out a box of crayons. I feel this is a good representation of the situation right now. He pulls out some paper and he starts sketching something on the piece of paper. He tears off bits of it and he places them like they got these little arrows, all the same color, pointing to the 4 pieces in front of you. And then he draws arrows on some other pieces. They're all different. There's 3 different colors, and they're all pointing at the different groups and individuals. All right. So, green is our color. All right. And the 4 pieces in front of you have green arrows pointing at them. The other colors, they don't matter. They're not as important or pretty as ours. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So, our pieces have the green arrows.
You said that. Okay.
Yes. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So, this is our cosmic game. Do you understand what that means?
Oh, so this is a representation of metaphysical representation of battle and things like that. The green are probably my friends and me.
His eye just twitches just a little bit. Yes. Yes. All right, this one is you, and as you look closer, it looks very much like you. It's got a little pot on its head. The other 3 pieces, one looks like a lizard man. Another one looks like Brocked. And then the other one looks like Davy. Now, actually, correction. The arrow pointing towards Tredscala has a second arrow on it as well. It's a different color, something more like puce, and it's kind of overlaid with green in the center. Now, I don't have all the pieces in play. Alright, there's a number of your friends that are missing, and he points over to one of the ones that looks really kind of similar to Frederick. This one, he's no longer my concern. He's a piece of someone else. He is doing his job. I need my pieces, my shared pieces, to be doing a little better than they have been. No, don't get me wrong. No, don't be upset. I am not irritated or angry with your behavior. All right? In fact, when you were kicking the absolute crap out of those Hell Knights, you were doing me a huge favor. Now, you remember what you are, right?
Yeah.
All right. I need you to say, you are...
Guardian of Raphael.
Champion.
Champion of Raphael.
All
Yeah.
right. It might not seem important to you, but in where I play, the terms matter unbelievably.
All right.
A guardian stays and watches over something. Do you remember back when you faced that weird glowing orb? The 2 creatures with that magician, or whatever he was, or even the hands that were with the Eye of Astrasin. Those were guardians. They waited on someone, they protected him, they laid down their lives, they did their job, alright? A champion is not a guardian. What a champion is both offensive and defensive. Alright? And he kind of picks up your piece and he moves it diagonally forward and backwards. There's so much a champion can do compared to the other pieces. This one, and he kind of grabs the top-heavy looking piece that is Davy's and moves like straight forward. Alright. That is pretty much all you're going to expect from a piece such as that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's simple, effective. Hammers are amazing tools. However, they need guidance. They need a masterful hand to strike, use them to strike perfectly in order to achieve an end. Are you following me?
Yes, I am.
All right. I need you to wield the pieces that I have gotten for you, or that have gotten you, shall we say. I need you to wield them a bit better. The end game that I am looking to play is not yet here. But this is one of many games that I play. And this is one of many games that I am a participant of. However, this area, and he points at the 4 different spaces. These, I'm sure you have already figured out, are the 4 kingdoms. I have pieces that are not on this board. They're on other boards. And the conflict on this board has been going on much longer than it should have been. From pieces and players and game masters that have long held sway over there. I am one of many who have come into this game a bit late. Now, I need for you to bring... He traces out the square of what you assume to be Gant Evos. I need you to bring this playing area to its knees. You've started doing that with your friends. You put out one of the Lich's eyes, but I need all of them to be blinded. Are you following the example? Yes.
Yes.
All right. Now, I'm not saying rush in, guns blazing. That's this one's job, and he taps on the one that kind of looks like Brocked, and taps and this one, and taps on Davies' ones. They are your hammers, and you. I wouldn't say you are a mastersmith. I would say maybe a journeyman at best. I'm working on it. All right.
Okay.
What I want to see you do, I want to see you become that master smith. I want you to come into the folds like your great-great-great-grandfather's ancestor, whatever the hell he was. I need you to be able to do that. There is one thing. You remember your scythe, yes?
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Well, what would you say if such an object as it were in this land?
Here.
Your scythe is here, within this area of the playing field. Now, I can pull some strings, and I can get you your scythe back. That will allow me to fully invest you as the journeyman smith that you want to be, even if you don't know it. But you'll have your scythe back. And when you get that, I want you to reap the harvest, shall we say, and go a little more directly than you have been. Yes, this one, he taps on Fraser's piece, this one was so useful. He helped, he was a rudder to the ship that is my pieces. And he helped guide you along the ways, but he is no longer in play, and you've been acting as a ship without a rudder. So, I'm going to change that ship. I'm going to change that ship into something else. I need you to be the draft horse that pulls the wagon. Alright? Dig deep. I know it's in you. And when you finally receive your journeymanship, you will do great things. And you could die in the process. It's completely plausible. I'm not asking you to do anything that is actually safe. In fact, being a champion is probably one of the most dangerous pieces to be on this board. So, what are you going to do? And he kind of leans forward to hear your reply.
If I can obtain my scythe, if you let me know where it is, I'll go get it. I need to know in this particular city where the eye or the hand is. I'm having difficulty our leads are coming up dry. We're finding the metal creature who my patron had said was kind of a mockery of him, maybe was going to come with information. I didn't know if we should wait. I'm trying to work some leads and stuff, but I'm in an unfamiliar town and I don't have access to a lot of information that I would need.
You don't
So I was
have
wondering if you
leads
could help.
at all. You have no leads at all, and I am your patron.
Indeed.
Right. Okay. So, apparently, Greer, that halfling asshole, wherever he is, forgot to mention the eyes are the leaders of every single major city within Gantivos, except Astrasen. So, you find out where the government buildings are, and that will be where the eyes are. Where the eye goes, so goes the hand.
Excellent. Okay.
All right. Good. I'll check in. I will not hand you the scythe. I'll bring its current wielder, its unrightful wielder, to the city somehow. Keep your eyes open for it.
Okay.
You will not see it right away, but you will see the person. I think you'll probably recognize them. But, and he checks his wrist. There's no watch there. He just does that. I believe it's time for you to stay up. Why you stay up, I don't understand. But you apparently like having your eyes open, so go do that. All right. He claps his hands,
Meet
and
again tomorrow. Wait.
as he says that, he just claps his hands, and as his hands meet, your eyes open.
Oh. Okay.
Tread Scholar.
Yes.
As you drift into sleep, you are in the lush, long grass of an open prairie, very similar to Saran's open plains. The grass is a little higher than normal. Usually that's kept a little bit lower. Roving packs of cows and goats tend to keep it a bit short. And it's a warm summer day. As if I remember correctly, it's getting a little bit towards... I think I said you guys are coming in about the summer, so it's about midsummer. You kind of look around and, scratch your beard a little bit, and you hear chung, 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 behind you.
I turn around.
The long horns and the skull-like pattern upon the face of Skull Cow greet you.
It has been some time, Skull Cow.
It has. You have gotten smarter.
Through unnatural means, yes.
Yes, but a nature spirit and a druid need be cunning and intelligent.
I nod.
What is nature but a series of semi-planned events? The strength of the tree knows exactly what it's doing as it breaks apart the earth and rock in order to achieve the water that it seeks. I need you to be that tree, Treadscala. A mighty oak rising above the land, and one of your many roots will break through into the dark heart of this place. This land forsaken for generations, yet kept to itself out of fear and misunderstanding. I wish for you to break this society that has crept up around the weakened core of the rock that is Gantivos. Most of the rock and most of the plants here are good, but there is a poison wrapped within it, and I need your roots to tear it asunder, but not to, of course, absorb it. Because the poison roots of a tree will lead to the tree's demise, and you have such potential, my lizard friend.
I nod.
The hunt of your people has begun. Not that they are being hunted, but as you were once called to feast upon the flesh of animals, and what you killed, and the odd soft skin. Not too odd. Some of them really do deserve it. But you must eat of their flesh with purpose now. For they hold within themselves the secrets that you seek. To go, take one of these blessings, and this little mote of light floats over to you, and it goes up one of your nostrils, and you kind of sneeze a little bit. You will have...
Reptile sneeze.
Yes. You will receive more, and you will grow stronger, my little oak tree. But you must first strike the heart of this land. The night passes for Treadscala, and when he awakes, you have the thirst of knowledge. When you eat of a sentient creature, you get access to its memories. Not an infinite access, but with certain skill rolls, mostly some intelligence and wisdom, you will be able to call up memories that are not your own of someone that you ate within the past 24 hours.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
So you turned him into a divinity original sin 2 elf.
Yeah, pretty much. Also,
Anyone played Prototype?
I think it was the Blood Angels or the Blood Ravens in the 40k universe had something similar to that.
Nice.
I can't wait to add that to my D&D Beyond character sheet.
So now he noms for knowledge.
Nom nom nom.
Okay.
Consume.
Ow.
I need your knowledge. Oh.
Just don't eat from Davy. You'll get absolutely nothing.
Speaking of,
What if he just licks someone?
it has to
No.
be proper ingestion of the meat, the blood, or both. Or like an organ or something.
My spleen.
What was that name you gave that ability?
The thirst of knowledge?
Perfect. Okay, I got it.
Thirst and hunger are interchangeable with that. But Davy, how are you doing?
I don't know. Just kind of sitting at the... Probably just sitting at the window as usual.
Okay, so as you conk out for the night,
Well, I wait for... why suddenly a name left me. The Warlock.
your resident pothead.
Yes, I wait for him to wake up like he asked. I will do what he asked.
He kind of sits up in bed. It's like, kind of scratches his cheek, and like as you see him do that, you just
Yeah, pretty much. Like, give him a thumbs up and then fall asleep.
you find yourself.
Oh no.
It's like the deck of a ship, but it's also a raft. but there's still this little mast in the middle, and there's just kind of like this tiny little sail, but it looks more like a flag than a sail. Like someone took a giant napkin or a tablecloth and put it on there, and it's just going in the wind like doo-doo-doo-doo,
Okay.
and the seas around you are everything looks like it's drawn in crayon, just a little bit. And the only thing that seems like super hyper realistic is the raft. Bye, Craig. Okay. Welcome back, Craig. Is the raft. And the weird flag-like sail. And the raft is moving in such a way so that the flag-like sail is actually going backwards from the wind and not actually pushing you.
Hmm.
And as you kind of look around, this what looks to be like a bunch of squiggles that kind of looks like somebody, like, you know how like a rough sketch is drawn. They got like the major hard points for joints, and like this really bad sketch, like this basic sketch kind of crawls up onto the deck, and there's a bunch of squiggles and stuff, and it has two projections that look kind of like horns. They're like bovine horns from the side, like longhorn cattle. And
Okay.
there's like this large, very realistic cowbell hanging from its neck.
Davy is immediately on guard.
Go catch these hands.
Yeah, fists up.
Ding, 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 ding. Hello, Davy.
Who are you? Why do you know my name? What?
I am the skull cow, and it kind of like how birds ruffle their feathers. The squiggles kind of go through it, and it kind of waves itself in the air. I am a spirit of nature. Do you know what that means?
You like nature stuff?
Yes, I
Or
do.
you all nature stuff?
I like and I'm made of naturey stuff. Out of character, I feel like this is an entire episode like Blue's Clues, but with like the party.
Hmm.
God.
Davy's
Okay,
so
now
much-
hold our hands and tell us what we need to.
All right, so Davy, he reaches into a non-existent pocket and he pulls out what kind of looks like just like someone just drew a little line on a piece of paper, and he's like, and he draws in the air to create this big old picture, like this big piece of paper in the air that suddenly becomes like thick and solid. And he comes around the side and he kind of draws on it like a chalkboard, and he draws an eye on one side. It looks like a human eye. All right, Davy, I need you. And he has like the treasure map. Follow this line thing going over to like this little house that looks kind of like the leather straps, except it's really drawn badly. And then he says, I need you. And he draws this little stick figure with a triangle for its main torso. I need you. And the thing starts walking down the little trail to go and hit the eye. All right. You'll have friends. And he draws like a little
Wait.
lizard-looking thing.
Who's
The eye. They'll help you. Your friends will help you. And he does this little stick figure, and it's got little wings on it, and something that kind of looks like a ball cap, but it's probably a pot. Okay. And then you'll have extra little friends with you, and you draw something that's just like, it's a stick figure with a huge beard. And then there's a little one that has like really huge fists. but they're all like half the size of the one with the little wings. All right. And then this big one, and it's just another triangle-shaped one that has a huge axe-like shaped thing stuck to it. And there's like fire on its head. These will help you find the eye. And I do hope, like my friend the lizard, and he points to the one that kind of looks like a little dinosaur T-Rex thing, that you'll hopefully grow like he does. And that way, I don't have to be Squiggles. Okay? He comes up, he gives you a big hug.
Wait, what? Okay, hold on. And make sure I got this right. I have to go punch someone in the eye
You have
with
to...
my friends.
Yes. They'll help you with that.
They'll know which eye I need to punch.
Yes. That's a good boy, Davy.
Thank you.
Okay. And then you just kind of drift back to sleep.
He's just like, what just happened?
I just feel like
I want to be like, Davy's not a child, but you know what? No, this is the best way to get through to him. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I just feel like it's this like a giant Bravo thing. Just like wake up. Well, that was weird.
Pretty much. He doesn't even wake up. He's just like, okay.
Just,
Stays asleep.
Davy's unconscious by just like shrugs randomly in the night.
I've been able to see that or no?
You hear
Oh,
shifting. You hear like Davy shift from when they're lying.
Oh, okay.
Ba-ba-ba-da.
It's sleep.
Okay. Grimly, how are you doing today?
Tired.
Great. Well, as you are sleeping in your rather comfortable bed, you dream a dream. You're walking down this dark hallway, and this ruddy glow of the coals awaits you, and you come out in front of this large anvil. And do you have any particular deity that you follow?
Erroneous.
Erroneous. Alright, so this comparatively massive dwarf steps out from the darkness over the large anvil. You come out to about half the height of this anvil. And then it comes up to his waist. And you see his beard is like braided to look like the fist of Herodias.
You are an impressive specimen.
Thank you. Now, good Grimly, the time has come. You have been forged into a mighty tool. And as he says this, a hammer appears in his hand. He slams it down on top of the anvil, and it rings out. The time has come. Your oath will be upheld. The Lich of Astrasan must die once more and be broken in pieces as a poorly formed blade is shattered upon the anvil.
Point me at him.
Your comrades are the pawns of other gods and other spirits. They do not know Herodias, but that still means they aren't useful. I'm not sure about all of your compatriots. Some may be less useful than others. But
Like the halfling.
especially the halfling.
Damn midgets.
Yes. However, you cannot just waltz in and break this unholy creature that is the Lich and his master. You must be careful. The best swords are not necessarily made with the heaviest blows upon this anvil. One must take great care as to not to snap the blade as you get to its thinnest parts. Now you will take your time, and you will completely blind this Lich and gather his crown in order to enter Astrasin itself. And there you will restore the honor of both Herodias and Gant Evos, for it has been sullied by their actions, and upon the unholiness that they have created as their guild structure. The people, although, are mostly innocent. Do not destroy too many of them, but many will die before we cannot save all of them. Many have died since this dream has began. But that is just the nature of the life that we live. Go and sleep well. And then it's just like trapdoor opens and you're just completely unconscious. It's a really great sleep.
I'm down with that.
Good old Brocked. Are you there?
Yeah.
Finally. Good. So, as you fall asleep, you are...
Which time?
This time. As you sleep in this room, as you sleep in the game, not in real life.
IRL. You finally caught it.
Yes,
Well, sleep and pass out, I mean,
they're roughly the same.
interchangeable.
So,
Well, I'm not drunk.
just sleep drunk. Anyway, so
No, I'm just exhausted.
that's completely understandable, man. You
Anyway.
are in the middle of the desert on a small mounded hill. That itself is on a rocky outcropping surrounded by massive canyons on every side. In the distance, there is a dust storm raging its way towards you. And faster than what you realize, oh, that's a dust storm is heading towards you. Suddenly it's whirling around the outcropping, creating this giant sandy funnel to the sky that eventually gets so high it blocks out what sun there was. And this bolt of lightning crashes to the ground in front of you. And in front of it is, or where it hit, this large, burly man in a loincloth that is just big enough to make you somewhat comfortable stands. He folds his very burly arms and says, "So, you are the Storm Herald."
Oh. I'm gonna, I don't know, poof my chest a little bit.
He poofs his in response. You
Poof
both do
a little
the
more.
you both do the little bicep flex at each other, and that goes on for like 5 minutes.
And you are?
I am the master of the storm, one of the ones that forged the way for all of our descendants. A Storm Herald is not just a great fighter who carries with him the fire of the deserts within his heart, as you do. Although a heart as black as yours does not need too much extra fire. But it carries with it the responsibility of the guidance of the storm. You must be a warning to those who do things that are against the nature and the practice of the storm. You must be the thunder that warns of the approaching winds that will scour the lands of their misdeeds. And as such, you have been spending your filthy lucre on whatever you wish, which I did many a time in my time as my own Storm Herald. But now that burden lies upon you, and you may whore as much as you wish, you may drink as much as you wish, as is the right of the Storm Herald. Do not forget your other duties of scouring the land of its misdeeds. This lich, and he spits impressively far as he mentions it. Yeah, I know. This lich has escaped death too many times, for it is the embrace that we all seek as Storm Heralds. Eventually the storm must go quiet. But during your time of rain, or a time of dust, as this, you should rage with an unquenching fire. Now go and score the eyes of the lich. More gratuitous bicep popping before he disappears into the sandstorm. Like it kind of looks like he's actually moving himself backwards with these pops.
I'm kind of disappointed there's no peck dancing.
It's worked in there. It kind of like goes.
Mine is showing.
What?
Only one of mine is showing.
So it's like you're
And?
winking at him? And with that, you fall into a deep sleep. The morning comes.
That sounds wonderful.
Right? The morning comes. The sun shines in the east windows, but you're on the northwest side, so screw you.
Unlucky bastards.
I don't remember the last time I woke up not feeling tired.
In game or in the world?
Ever in real life.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Fuck it, sleep for the week.
Eh.
No, sleep is awesome.
Yeah, there's only something young whippersnappers say to make themselves feel better from sleep deprivation.
I will be saying it until the day I die to make myself feel better.
I mean, I think you're probably going to live more than just 10 years, so
Doubt.
possibly. Anyway. The morning comes. There's a slight knock at your door. It's about 8 a.m. Do you need any breakfast?
Yeah.
You must hear that? We're all up, right?
Yeah, you all are awake.
Okay.
Do you want room service? Or do you wish to eat down in the eating room?
I think the eating room will be fine for us. Thanks.
Leave the eating room. You're not coming in here. Nope.
I feel like we need to make that sound when we talk back. When we
No.
talk to them.
I
Brock,
physically cannot make that
See how
sound.
he would act.
He'd probably like it, and I don't like that.
So you guys move down to
It's
the
not
eating room.
possible for my people to make that sound.
We moved down to the eating room. What is that sound even supposed to be?
What?
No,
you
how
mean
about-
you mean him going?
Yeah, like, is he drooling and he has to, like, suck it back into his mouth?
All right. So the first time you guys come in, he says, "Oh, you look delicious."
Yeah. So Davy's like, nope. Mm-mm.
It's this weird, very vivid tongue action of him making sucking noises or something at you guys.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes, it's just not like him inhaling. It's just like him going, like very aggressively licking his lips.
So it's doing exactly the same thing that you're doing to make the sound.
Yes.
Ow!
Also, I would like to show you guys my interpretation of the drawing that the skull cow drew.
Okay.
Oh boy, I'm excited now.
Can continue, but I just I haven't.
Craig, I totally feel that meme. So that's what I think. This is why this is happening right now. You brought this on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you've gotten your you got your rabbit to chase, among other things.
I'm just gonna go to the eating room.
Yep.
Is there anyone else in there besides us?
No. Johann brings the smorgasbord. That is for breakfast. It actually has food on it.
Okay, good.
There's some cheeses. There's like some pastries, some sausages, an extra,
Of course, there's sausage.
Sausages.
and some beer
yeah, whatever.
and some ales, and it's like a cross between a German and an English breakfast, somewhere in between, but with like more cholesterol oozing out of it.
That makes it delicious.
Exactly.
Cholesterol.
There's like extra crunchy bits on some of the sausages. It's amazing. Enjoy your food.
Mm-hmm. Please stop.
I will.
No, don't you start.
What if a
weird.
scorpion made that sound?
It's weird. I don't like it.
Clickety clackety, you can have that noise backety.
Oh God, no.
Laura's going to hit you.
He's gonna go over and put his hand over his mouth. Like, stop.
I'm gonna
And
lick your
it's
hand.
silence.
At least I can't hear it. I'm fine with that. So what are we doing?
Can I go against his hand?
Yeah, I have a question. Does Davey wash his hands?
Eh?
Okay. I'm gonna need a con save, Brock.
The only time he's ever gotten like cleaned so far is when Lundgren did prestidigitation.
Okay, so yeah, I need a con save, Brock. Yeah, whatever is on his hands is you're like, oh God, oh, there is some righteous bo on Davey.
Oh. For reals, I'm gonna have to clean that up.
No.
So you don't need to bathe.
What's a bath?
I feel like a third, only a third of this party actually uses basic hygiene, and just then barely.
Don't think that I have ever, like, as a matter of record, bathed in game.
I think Grimly has.
I know I've taken a shit.
Like for 3 days.
Massive.
No, it was
I am
2.
reptilian, I don't sweat.
It was 3 days long.
So it just kind of smells like lizard house around you.
Oh God.
Yeah. And furs.
Wet dog fur.
Yes.
Wash the furs at least. You should do that.
They get washed by the rain.
I guess that's true.
Oh, it's so cute.
You have the kitten. You have the kitten, don't you?
No.
The cat.
Is it shareable? Please share. All right, but first
It is very
D&D.
terrible.
So you guys are in the sitting room. You're enjoying your cholesterol-laden food. It's amazing. And
So
while you guys are eating, a woman that you have not seen comes in. And she hands out a few pamphlets and says, "Now, the Leather Strops offers a number of other services. If you're ever interested, please don't hesitate to ask. We're actually looking for additional members in some of our activities. You will be very welcome. Don't hesitate to ask the headmistress of the house, or just let Johann know. All right, thank you." And she turns and leaves.
Davy politely takes one, but then immediately hands it to Lundgren. Says
Okay, I
exactly what it
read
said.
it. What's up?
Is inviting you to a grand time at the Leather Strops.
Oh no.
Why does that sound like some kind
It's exactly what
of
it says.
Sounds like what do you call that?
All kinds of bad. Out of character. Out of character. I ain't never been to one of those places. Is currently staying in one of those places unknowingly.
Oh, okay. So this is like
A
call
brothel.
It's
you're in hookers minus the beer.
it's less a brothel and more of an isolated place where people act like it's a brothel.
I was gonna say I haven't seen any not patrons.
It's like
Horse.
I was trying to think of another word for it.
whatever the
Oh,
opposite of patrons are. Yeah.
Arose by any other word.
the woman also comes back in and says, I don't know if any of you would be interested, but we do offer baths. And she looks very pointedly at Tredscala, Brockton, Davy, and then just leaves again.
Okay.
Davy looks to himself and then Brock. I think she meant us. I
Yes,
finally
she wants us to
Definitely just
take
made
baths.
When the last time you tasted your hand,
I don't taste my hand. That's weird.
well, you should try it.
Why did you taste my hand? Just staring at him, waiting for an
I
answer.
don't-
I'm just gonna completely ignore it.
I don't think you want
Well,
me to
not
taste either of
completely
your
ignore it.
hands.
Look at him like I heard the question, and then just kind of go back to eating my food because I don't want to answer it.
What are we doing today? I'm more confused than I usually am, and that's bad. Stop.
I think we need to find our target and go today, or soon at least.
Need to blind one of their
think-
eyes.
All right, we need to punch someone in the eye. Got it.
I think I'm gonna take a bath.
Wait. 1 second. Nope, not good enough.
Okay.
Yes, we should get to the task at hand. Also, I suppose to please the owners of the inn, we should take baths.
Do we
I took
got
one
it?
last week.
Dude, I can't even imagine. Like,
I mean, do we gotta?
like 1 week without a bath.
I
Dude, I have a
don't.
hard time going a day without one.
Yeah. Like,
just
I've accidentally just been, like, stuck somewhere and, like, not been able to take a shower for, like, 2 days.
Just be
That's just
depressed, and you'll be
awful.
able to go a week without a shower.
I feel like I could share how long I've gone without one before, like when I was a teenager. That's a
I don't
little
feel
gross.
I
like
mean, I'm
you
sure
do.
when I was an early teenager I did. But, like,
So anyway, unless he's forced to, Davy's gonna forego that bath.
So are you
Like,
taking the bath, Brock?
Yes,
Okay.
so I can be delicious.
Delicious.
oh,
Is that gonna be a motif now?
It's literally already a motif.
His motif, not yours.
No, it's a temporary thing.
So you go to the bath area. There's, a nice place for you to change, and you're in the large soup bowl like bath, and you're washing and cleaning off, and there is one of like the attendants there, and it's just like, does she have to always be there? And she just kind of walks around a little bit and tidy some things. And it's like, do you need any extra towels?
Not yet. I'm still in the tub.
Mm-hmm.
Want me fluff pillow?
God damn it.
what?
She gives you some privacy.
Why is there no seduction roll? Damn it.
It's called persuasion.
Yeah.
She already left.
You don't have to seduce him, you just have to give him gold.
But what happens if he wants free milk?
Oh, god damn it.
Anyway. So,
Also, the tread also gets a bath.
alright. We'll put you all uncomfortably in the same container.
Does water count as an object?
Depending. Oh,
Can I heat it up since I am touching it?
I would say you'd be able to put your hand in there and then to kind of like radiate heat from your hand in order to warm up the bath.
Okay.
But no, you cannot light the water on fire.
No, I'm not trying to.
You came with
I'm trying to
napalm.
light the water on fire. I'm just trying to heat it up.
I will point out that is the gasoline, the oil-based product that's burning on top of the water. Anyway.
Eh. Okay, white phosphorus then.
There we go. Got some Willie Pete. Anyway, is anyone else taking some baths?
Sure, why not? Cause yeah, let's make this more gay and put a bunch of guys in the same tub.
Awesome. Are you
I was
joining?
gonna say, is it all the same one, or are there separate ones?
There are a number. There's 2 tubs. This is
Other one
accurate.
over here.
There is exactly 5 feet apart within the tubs.
So it's like an old bathhouse from the Old West.
Yeah, something like that.
So 2 dudes chilling in a tub 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
There's 3 of them, but it's still 5 feet apart.
Hey, as long as the sticks don't touch, it's not gay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I suddenly just thought A-frame right then.
Does he actually say that?
There's no branches in the water.
You're not there. Are you in the tub?
Oh well.
I don't know about you, but my branch is in the water.
More like a lost limb.
Welcome
I
to D&D.
understand.
Welcome to D&D, everyone, where we discuss multiple people
I
in
do
the
not
bath.
have a branch.
We discover all new and old euphemisms for penis.
There's too many stirring sticks in the
scholarship
soup.
here.
Too many spoons in the soup. Anyway, Lundgren, what are you doing? Are you doing anything?
I was gonna take a bath, then I might just be able to cast prestidigitation on myself, because that cleans up, and I never have to take a bath again.
Okay, so Lundgren is the cat of the party. Got it.
So wait, never mind.
Doesn't like to sleep. Does not like water.
What
You
else
said
does
you didn't like
prestidigitation
water,
do for you?
I heard it. We're
Huh?
just gonna ignore it.
Ah!
If you were constipated, Could you use prestidigitation to
Clean out your
Teleport.
bowels? No.
Wait, I don't know.
Teleport.
I would say maybe mold earth or shape stone.
Can't do those spells. I'd have to get
Anyway,
Stone.
mine.
Yeah. So, you guys have a lovely bath together for like 30 minutes or so. There's a lot of like lavender oil and stuff provided, and some towels. And you've come out feeling very refreshed. Treadscala, it feels even better than having rain wash you off, and even better than some of the dust baths you've taken.
I like baths.
You don't smell as much as lizard. It's an improvement.
I can do this more often. I actually have a spell that could help with this.
Holy bath.
Just like create water right above it. Yes.
essentially the only person that has not gotten a bath is Davey.
Yeah.
Got it.
Roll me a. What is your passive perception, Davey?
16.
All right, let me check something real quick.
Oh no.
You dead.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah. Okay. Everything's fine.
Everything's not fine.
Okay.
You can die.
Everything is awesome.
All right. So you guys going about the town now?
Yep, Davey's
Yep.
pretty much been pacing, like just walking the streets outside. Really.
Before we go, though, I wanted to approach.
Ow.
I wanted to go to whoever runs the place, or what's his name, Johan.
Hmm.
Do you know where the leaders of the town would be?
Are you asking the woman who owns the establishment or Johan?
Whoever I can run into first.
I would say you probably run into Johan.
Okay.
I apologize. I just hit my wall. Holy shit.
That's,
I'm done.
That's completely fine. I was playing
It
ending
just,
soon.
seriously, it just came on like nothing.
Hey.
So I'm gonna have to go to sleep.
Hey man, go have a good night's sleep. You already took a bath in real life and in a game. Might as well have a nap in the game and in real life.
Man, that hasn't happened for a while. It's just you're running 100 miles an hour and all of a sudden you just stop.
Yep.
Yeah, that sucks.
Been there.
All right, sorry. You can use me to, as a battering ram or something if you need.
I just suddenly saw that part from Toy Story 2. I don't want to use my head.
Have a good night.
All right, night man.
Later.
See,
With great fervor, Grimly goes off in a different part of town. So,
Davey's tempted to follow because he's bored.
you said you wanted to know where the leaders are, yes?
Yes.
Well, there is a major keep on the west-hand side of the city. That is where the most business is done for the... he kind of claps his hands together. For the towns, that's where the council meets, and that is where the eye is said to hold sway.
Thank you for the information.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And I'll hand him, like, a silver or two.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay.
Okay. I know where we need to go now.
We're leaving now. Can we go? Can we?
Yes.
Okay. Davey's first out the door.
It's out the door.
Yes, he fists out the door.
No, I said I was first out the door.
He
It's that
fists
red
the
thing
door.
over there.
Roll for it.
Okay.
Where we going? Where we going?
We're going to the tower on the western side of the city.
Lead the way.
Okay, and I will lead.
Do, 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 ba, do, do, do,
Bored.
do, do,
Something.
do,
What
This
something?
being a leader is weird.
do,
I think I knew about this.
You mean in game or in the
In game.
Trent says being a leader is weird.
do, 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 do. So you guys make your way throughout some of the more some of the districts there, like by the markets, and you guys come to an area that is marked as number 3 on the map as the Citadel, and it has a massive wood and iron gate that is currently open to it, and the flow of people's going in and out. People mostly carrying papers and information, it seems like, rather than in other parts of the market area where they're carrying like goods and cloth and foods. There are a number of towns guard around as well, and they seem to be a little more wary of people. You do notice, actually, that a number of, like in Lowburn, there was Hell Knights out the yin yang. There's not a lot of Hell Knights here. Except for when you're looking through the gates, there seems to be, they're in 2s and 3s and 4s. Just kind of strewn throughout the entire inside of the citadel from the courtyard area that you can see through the gates.
When can we go punch them? Because I really want to get rid of those guys.
Yeah. Have bigger things.
No, we gotta go through them.
Easy, you
You
can't
can
get
just
too
go
close,
down.
they'll just smell you.
Do we want to just go in fighting, or do we want to try to get in there stealthily?
Both first.
Y'all need a scout? Or no?
Not sure yet. Probably stick together, I think.
Does anyone have a way to turn multiple people invisible or something like that?
Nope.
Visibility.
Can I see any, like, guard dogs, possibly?
Make me a perception check.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. You do
No.
not see any guard dogs. You barely see any guards. There's some guys in metal armor.
What's a
but,
guard?
I don't see any.
Meanwhile, you guys see like there's like a guard dog tied up to a stake like 3 feet behind them. It's 3 feet behind Davy. He's just lazing around in the sun with his belly up. Which, oddly enough, the sun seems a little bit brighter, but it's still overcast. Like, you can see the sun through the clouds. It's got that weird kind of half-light thing. Who is firing off fireworks? What the hell? Okay.
Do y'all see any guard dogs or anything?
You mean the one right behind you?
Wait, what? Just look around. Is it where I can reach it?
It's like 5 feet away from you. And there's like a kind of a guard sitting next to it on a little chair. He's kind of taking a load off.
What does this dog look like? How big is it?
Is
Mostly. How big is it?
is I would say like a standard German Shepherd size.
Okay. Does it have... Hold on, let me see if you would think of this.
Does he have teeths? Yes, he has teeths.
No.
Is
Does
he
he
a good boy?
Obviously. Does it have any, like... What's, like, regalia on it?
There's a collar.
Okay. Because I have an idea, but is Davy smart enough to figure this out?
I say since it's dog related, you'll have advantage.
Okay, so 12. Okay. I think so. Could you all possibly get me one of those collars that the guard dogs have? I think I have an idea.
Just use Mage Hand. Take that one.
What? I don't...
Not you.
He just looks at his hands like, what?
There's a guy. There's a guard right by the dog.
It don't gotta be that one.
How do we,
How do
What?
we what?
I could fly us up to the roof if I turn into a large animal, but that would be a little.
cute?
Obvious.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if the guard's already seen Davy, Davy could turn into dog form, but then he would recognize that, so that would be no good. We could say that Davy in dog form, but we don't say that, lost his collar. And that if we could get a replacement, we'd be
Who
grateful.
knows that I have a dog form?
Whatever.
He just got.
Did I have an idea?
Yeah, you guys are metagaming. Shame on you. Ching 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 ching.
Unless anyone has an idea, I can fly us to the top, or we can just charge in.
I don't
One, but I
have
need
any
color.
conceivable ideas. That
I offer Davy a leather strap that could possibly be fashioned into a collar.
The one that the guard dog has. Is it a? I wouldn't know that. Never mind. I was gonna ask, does it have a specific color? But colorblind.
Well, colorblind doesn't necessarily mean everything is colorblind.
You could tell the tone, but not the specific color.
Is it all in grays?
Yeah.
I mean, does it have a specific color?
It seems to have some medallions on it. It seems to be like think of it. The collar itself has a number of sigils on it, but it also has a wicked number of spikes, as if the collar is designed to prevent other dogs from biting this dog's neck, and it's not just the flare that you normally get for spike collars.
Okay, I have an idea. Follow me, and I will go away from the guards to like the near, like an alley where there's no one around.
Oh, okay. Follow.
I want to use. I haven't done this one for a while. I want to use my cunning artisan
Oh.
to make a replica of that collar using like bones or pieces of metal and leather straps to make the best version of it I can.
All right. So, I'm going to need... What check do I need for this? So, your cunning artisan. Shield, clear javelin, blowgun needles. Okay. So, I'm going to need you to make a check with your woodcarver tools and just a straight up dex check.
I do believe I'm proficient wood carve.
Yes. Intelligence modifier for the woodcarver tools, and then a dex check.
Okay. Intelligence, and then it would be +4 for proficiency, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 22.
22. Great. All right, and the dex check? Okay. So you managed to fashion a collar that looks like, if you look at it really quickly, you wouldn't tell the difference. There's like maybe a few things that are going to be like a little off. Like you didn't really get to see the sigils like really closely.
Yeah.
But it's
If
like
someone were to look really closely, they'll notice it. But
yeah, it's like
from a distance, it looks good.
it's like seeing that John Lennon's on the quarter instead of Washington or something like that.
Yeah.
Be a really quick look.
Just be a furry
All right.
doll. Cover it up.
You wanted one of these? Here you go. Hands it to Davy.
Oh, well, how did you... No, never mind. Looks really good. Okay.
My people are very good at making things.
I
Simple
noticed.
things.
Okay. You gotta promise not to freak out, and you might need to put it on me.
Okay.
Davy is then going to take... It's a transformation over 6 seconds. But he does turn into a wolf. Just a simple wolf. Like, it says sandy blonde is his hair.
So it's a golden retriever wolf.
A bit darker than a golden retriever, but yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like a red wolf, essentially. And then just looks up at you.
No, I'm
I
so
can do that too. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
I was just saying, I was just thinking, I mean, I didn't really mean to metagame before. So just
Shh,
wondering,
don't
like,
bring it up.
okay,
Shh. It's okay.
So
Also,
the Davy Wolf looks up at you like, well,
I put the collar on the Davy Wolf.
Also, headcanon. The Pac-Man death sound is what is plays when Davy changes from person to wolf.
why? Why?
Ah,
weird.
because, yeah, that
Because
just
it's
fits.
fun.
Dying is fun.
That depends entirely who you ask and how it goes. Anyway, so you put the collar on Davy.
And now I'm just gonna go like to where it seems like there's other guard dogs, and I can't communicate what exactly I'm doing. So hopefully, Tread will know, or at least kind of get what I'm going at.
I have a pretty good insight, so I'm pretty sure I can figure out what you're trying to do. But what are you trying to do?
Just get to where the other guard dogs are to try and
Okay.
listen in on what's going on.
Okay.
Get closer to them.
Listen to the guard dogs swapping cigarettes and stuff and talking about their jobs.
And talk to and understand them, so sure. Said, you guys just see a wolf walk out of the alley that Tread and Davy were in and just go over to the other dogs / maybe wolves. I don't know at this point.
This is not going as well as I had expected.
So, Davy Wolf moseys on over to the other dogs, and there's a couple of them, like there's 3 or 4 of them are just sleeping, and 2 of them are just sitting and kind of eating and slopping up water. And Davy just kind of walks up to him.
Just acts like he belongs there.
Okay. Roll me deception.
Mine's
Let's not
okay. Can it be animal handling?
I've never seen an animal handle another animal except for monkeys, which you are not. So, assuming that you are trying to deceive them, it'd be like trying to deceive a human. So, use your deception as a wolf form.
So I'm also trying to look. Because I had something for this. I think they have to. Well, disguised predator. Others will regard you as a regular wolf unless they succeed on a wisdom insight check posed by your deception check. Okay. So yeah. I was making sure it wasn't something different. 21.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Is that for animals or is that for peoples?
Others.
Just others?
Others.
Heck.
Well, that's kind of lame.
Yeah, it doesn't say specifically.
Okay, okay. Alright, let's go for wolf number 1. That's a 7. That's a 17. But yeah, no. Hey, new guy. What are you doing here?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me. I'm new.
I don't think I see you before. You on a night shift?
I'm on whatever shift they tell me to go.
New guys. And the other dog kind of rolls his eyes. Well,
I'm a Disney movie.
yeah. Welcome to Disney.
God damn it.
I hate you so much.
All right. Were we supposed to get a new guy? Okay. Let's show you the ropes. You see over there where the other dogs are sleeping. That's where you sleep when you're not being patrolled with the humans. And sometimes there's an orc or two. But they did give you a human?
What?
Great. The one that leads the chain. Huh?
Oh, no.
Every single
The tail wagging, like, yeah. Frightened.
Yeah, stop that. Stop the. Okay, we're supposed to be intimidating. We're supposed to smell interesting things and let them know when people who aren't supposed to be here are here. And
Yeah.
if need be, we're gonna bark at them to get them to go away. All right.
Yeah.
All right, come over here. Look at this. You see this? And he points at the water bowl. All right. So, you drink when it's filled here, but you don't drink any other water. Huh?
Why can't I drink other water?
Well, you see, it could have bad stuff in it and make the other guard dogs, not as useful. We had one happen. We had one of our boys die, like a month ago, because he drank out of some weird puddle or something. I don't know. So the good water is here. The good food is over there. And you look over and you see this dog is just like, chowing down on all of it. And he just stops and looks and like his mouth full, like he just starts chowing down some more. Stop shoving your face. Okay, never mind. All right. So,
Do
no
the dogs have names? Sorry to interrupt.
not right now. All right. So, no random treats, no random snacks. If it falls on the floor outside of here, you don't eat it.
Is there something up with the ground?
No, we don't know where it's been. It could be like the water.
Okay.
All right, all right. Now, what do we do when we find random water out in the city?
We don't drink it.
Good. All right. Now,
Okay.
let's say you're with your human, or with your orc, or elf. Do they have elves here? I don't know. All right. If you're walking around the city and a drumstick dripping in fat falls in front of you, what do?
I eat it.
No.
Oh, no, I don't eat it.
Exactly. Why don't you eat it?
Because it's on the ground.
Because we don't know where it came from, and it could be poison. Someone could have dropped that drumstick so that you would eat it, your stomach feel bad, then you die. Alright? Alright.
Okay.
Now, go over there and wait for a human.
I go where it says and I wait.
Alright. Now, don't want to look too happy, don't want to look too sad. They want you to look mean and
Right. Like,
predatorial. Alright?
Yeah.
Alright. He goes back to drinking the water. Just some time goes by, and
I don't know what they're gonna do this whole time.
some time goes by, and like one of the guard comes up, and is like, "Where's the orange one? Or was that yellow? Where did that one come from? Is that new? I don't know. It's kind of cool. All right, let's go." And he attaches. Where's the? This must be a new collar. What? There's not even a ring to attach it to. All right, give me that leash. And he kind of feeds it through and hooks it on. And it's a little uncomfortable because it's not attached where it's supposed to. And it was a slight oversight on Tread Skull because, just kind of like looking at it from afar. All right, come on, dog.
Go with him.
Okay, so you make a couple of circuits around like the inside of the citadel. You go through a couple of the alleys. Make me 3 perception checks. And while Davey's doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
I was too busy thinking that this was all funnier than hell. Sorry.
It's a Disney movie, I told you.
Sorry, I got distracted by something that I no longer remember.
One good one.
But it's a really good one.
All right, so
Hold on, with keen senses.
You can taste the air around you.
With keen senses, it's actually an advantage. Because I'm in wolf form.
all right, so you rolled a 9 and a 17 in addition to your 26. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so as you make your way around the citadel, you notice there are a lot more Hell Knights here. There's even one that appears to be a tiefling, or is a red in color, horns, flaming halo above its head. And it seems to be ordering the other people around. There is, like, once you start to get to the back side of the citadel, and, like, at the citadel doors, it seems to be almost entirely Hell Knights. As you make your way, like, out into the street, it's just like, street! Street! Yeah! And then you're like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be gathering information. Yeah. And there's some one place looks like it makes some really good rotisserie chicken.
Nope.
And he's like, I'm making a note of that for later. And there's a couple of places that the people seem to take a lot more interest in where the guard is going than they have in other places. But other than that, you get led
Like
back.
they're like regular people that seem to pay more attention to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that takes, 2 to 3 hours. You get some belly rubs and head pats.
Yay. Yay.
And you come back, you get some treats, and they kind of pour you a bowl of food and some water, and then unhitch you, and it's like, yeah, I guess they're doing better with training. The new dog is pretty calm. All right, so what is everyone else?
I'm a good boy. Yes.
Yes. What is everyone else doing during these 3 hours of canine adventures?
Well, I guess if it's gonna take him a while, I'm gonna turn into a bird and scout. Did anyone want to go with me?
I'll do it.
Okay. And I cast polymorph to turn him into a crow, and I'll turn myself into a crow. And I'll be like, all right, let's go.
Oh. What about Brock? What is Brock doing? And Brock's passed out. Great. Okay.
No, I'm not.
I mean,
What did I want to do?
Yes. What do you want to do? Tredscala and Lundgren
turned
is
into a bird, right? And went to scout.
yeah. He took Lundgren with him.
And Davey spotted some rotisserie chicken.
Davey has been. You don't know that, but Davey has been
Davey's
gone a
been
while.
scouting for 3 hours.
Yes, and this is
Wow,
happening at the same
3
time.
hours. I had to find something to do. Oof.
You had the option of also turning into a bird and going with Lundgren and Tread.
I'm gonna say
I can only turn one other person in.
All right. So turn down because it can't be done.
Turn down for what?
Okay, so what are you doing for 3 hours?
I kind of think I might just hang out outside the gate, find something to sit down on, and just sharpen my axe while like making eye contact with someone, with like one of the guards or something inside the gate.
Okay, totally non-suspicious.
Totally non-threatening, not trying to pick a fight.
I was gonna say, are you trying to get arrested?
Okay, high or low?
Hi.
87. All right, so no one bothers you. The guard just kind of like, yeah, that's another one of those people.
Another one.
Yeah, another one. So, Tread, Lundgren, where are you guys flying?
Over, around, I want to get a good view of the whole building. As much of
Okay,
it as I can.
make me some perception checks.
Perception.
This is gonna suck.
Actually, I think you get the crow stats.
Yeah.
Let me get that real quick. They have a +9 on perception.
Oh. Okay. God.
All right.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
wait.
just rolled-
That was mine. I got it from my character sheet. I need to check the actual animal because it automatically changes it for me.
Oh. You
Give me
drew
1
it
second.
as-
I actually put 53 instead of 5e. That's just great. Okay, we're going to use a raven because they're...
+3.
Okay.
Just
Sorry.
roll a d20.
Oh, d20 plus 3. /R1 d20 plus 3. Okay. All right. Lundgren, you see there's a lot of Hell Knights in there. And the Citadel's like 2 to 3. This one's probably about as tall, but it seems like the floors are a little bit thicker than the one that you fought in the keep. So it's like 4, maybe 5 floors, but it's just bigger and larger and more L-shaped, while the other one was like a very centralized circle. This seems to be more a complex than a series of offices like the other one was. Tread, you notice that there are huge pockets of Hell Knights training and just going around. You can even see them through the windows. They seem to be all over the place, like ants in an anthill. You don't see any of the eyes or the hands walking around in there, but it does appear that there is roof access. A place where a number of doors are on a number of trap doors are on the roof that seem to be there for defenders to be able to take a position on there and shoot down into the courtyard should they need to. There's also parapets on the walls that also seem to be garrisoned as well. Beyond that, it's like, it's a building! Yeah.
All right, that's good. Good intel.
Caw. So, 3 hours of axe sharpening, good boyness, and bird shenanigans later. You all kind of meet back up.
Brock's axe can now slice through the space-time continuum.
I will go up to Tread though and be like, kind of rubbing him to take the collar off before I transform back.
Yeah, we don't want to have
I will
emo
do so.
Davy.
I was gonna say, I don't know, that might be pretty cool.
Just keeps Trevor like, please.
Plus.
Like already trying to take it off.
I also scratch him behind the ears.
Okay. Stops for a second, like, yeah, tail wagging. Eventually, transforms back into Davy once we're in like an alley or something.
Okay.
Not doing that in the open.
Back alley scratches. Okay.
Yeah, probably should have said don't freak out, but I couldn't really. I was, hi. As he just waves to Brock to Ingrid.
I mean, I can turn into a wolf too if I want to.
We should totally do that. If we have to go camping, we could go get the food.
That's a great idea. We're gonna get along great.
I don't really have ideas that often, but I know how to hunt. Right.
Next
we figure
time
out?
all of us are in the wild, we are going to be set.
Hell yeah. Oh, right, important thing.
Tread will initiate the human high five.
It's very Spock-like in how he does it.
Davey definitely does the high five, but probably hurts his hand a little bit. Tread's hand, I mean.
Okay.
Like, what'd you figure out? Did you figure out?
Yes, there is a way to get into the building from the rooftop.
Okay.
Did you find out anything?
I found out where the dogs sleep, where they eat. There's only Hell Knights in there.
I noticed that too.
There was one. It had like a halo kind of thing. He was like barking orders, not literally barking orders, but he was like order people around. And there were some people that were watching us real close, like. I think I remember where they are. There was also like a really good rotisserie place that we should check out later. As long as the food don't drop on the ground. No, that was with the dogs. Right. We can eat stuff if it drops on the ground, no matter. And I know one of the routes.
That is very good information.
I'll,
Between the two of us, I think we have a plan for infiltrating.
I'll let you worry about that. I did my thinking for the day. For the week, probably.
Is everyone there, or is it just the two of us in the alley at the moment?
Everyone's there.
Everyone.
I was gonna say I have to be there too, don't I? I'm not just loitering at Crow Farm.
Oh, yeah,
so-
true. I mean, you could
Not
be.
anyway.
No,
Technically, I could keep you in it for an entire hour.
I'll say I tried to get Brock's attention to follow. I don't know if it worked.
It did.
Okay, good.
So if we can get to the roof without being noticed, we should be able to sneak in without alerting the many, many, many guards.
I can't
Okay.
fly.
So
I
then
can.
we'd be cornered.
If we get in without being noticed, we won't have anything to worry about. It would make sense, much like the other location we went to fight that they would be near the top or at the top. If we go in through the roof, then we should be right there, and they will not have time to find us before we. And looks to Davy, punch the eye.
So that's where the eye is. But whose eye are we punching?
Points to the tower, that eye.
But that's the building. It don't have eyes.
That the eye is a person.
Okay, but what person?
We'll have to find out when we get
We'll tell you.
I dream about that too.
You did. Look, okay.
Wait, you had a dream about that too?
There's this thing, this like cow skull thing that told me I need to punch someone's eye.
You
That's all
saw
I
Skull Cow too?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Davey like shrugs, like sure. Yeah,
Just seen Skull Cow so far.
I don't.
No one else has met Skull Cow but me until now.
I think that's who I met. Maybe
But
It was
that
Skull
means
Cow.
at a cowbell.
Yep, Skull Cow.
Okay, so
He
I
came to
did.
me in my dream as well.
Oh, why'd it come to me then? Said it was like a nature spirit, but I ain't no.
sounds like
Your
Skull-
he motions towards Davy. Your abilities give you a connection to the natural world and nature spirits, even if you don't know it.
That's weird.
Just like I can turn into a wolf, so can you. That is a force of nature.
But I wasn't born being able to turn into.
Neither was I.
Did you learn it though?
Yes.
I didn't do that either. Obviously, I can't learn shit.
You
Anyway.
learned all that information you gave me. You don't give yourself enough credit.
But that wasn't learning nothing. I was seeing and hearing and smelling shit. Chicken smell.
That is how you learn.
I don't think I can learn to read by smelling it.
Maybe one of us can help you learn. But that is unimportant at the moment.
Oh yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. The eye.
So we all had you had a dream, and I had a dream.
Talking to Lundgren and Davy.
Did everyone else have one?
You have one,
looks
bro?
to
Maybe.
I think that's it.
insight.
I think
All right. Do you wish to deceive him, Brock?
I mean, I said maybe. I don't know if that's really deception.
It's like non-committal. It's
So I'll allow the use of deception just to kind of hide your reaction, not necessarily in deceiving. And oh God, okay. He's
You
obviously
should have one.
you ain't too good at that, are you?
He's being thanks for a second, nonchalant. I can't believe I just said that word.
My
I
name
don't
is
know
Sean
that means.
Nalant.
So you did have one.
This being smart is strange.
I saw the original Storm Herald, and he told me that the Lich must die permanently.
That would
Sounds about right.
I guess eyes lich.
oh, the Lich. Sorry. He said witch.
The
No,
eyes serve the Lich.
Accidentally became confused. IRL, what's some D&D game?
The Lich Witch.
I mean, isn't a Lich technically a sort of a witch?
Coming this Halloween, the Lich Witch.
Out of character, liches are technically high-level source or not high-level wizards, and witches are generally just female wizards or variations. So
There's an actual witch class.
now, of course, you would know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same vein, but just more megalomaniac.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Totally different. Anyway. So we
Well-
need to fly.
Yes, I can turn into a large bird to fly us all up there. I just don't know if we can get up without being seen.
And have a look around for that.
We could try it if it's cloudy or something. That might help. Or fly in from very high up so they don't notice.
He says in a land that has been overcast since he's stepped into it.
Well, you know, I don't have an actual visual representation in front of me, unfortunately.
No,
So I kind of forgot that.
I'm having trouble remembering it too. Which is why I mentioned almost
That-
every beginning.
That works out very nicely.
Or
We can use the clouds as cover to come in from above so they can't see us. I can bring everyone to the rooftop and then we can get inside.
sweet. I don't think I've ever flown before.
If you like to, we could I could turn you into a bird.
No, that's
And-
fine.
No,
I'll-
you go ahead.
I don't think I'm gonna lie. I'll wait.
All right. We could try to go now, or we could wait until we have everyone. I think it might be a good idea to have all of our allies in place.
More the merrier.
Yes. We at least have a plan now, though. That is good.
Some of the dogs in there are really nice, though. Can we try not to hurt?
All
No,
dogs are nice.
Don't hurt them if they don't bite me.
They might.
Well, okay, then all bets are off. We're more focused on knocking over everybody else.
Just don't kill them then.
Okay.
If I can speak to the dogs, I might be able to convince them not to harm us.
I can help with that.
Yes, we can work together.
Okay.
And then maybe my -2 to persuasion won't be a problem.
You're what?
Nothing. Tread looks at the hard camera.
Oh my goodness, out of character.
I've become too smart.
Tries his intelligence to break D&D.
Out of character. I just realized how
I've broken the fourth wall.
I just realized how terrifying Tread would be if he actually tried to do like an uprising of animals now. Because he now has the intelligence in order to actually not only conceive that, but also effectively apply it.
True.
Yes. Oh, it's coming. Don't worry.
Just an army of cuckoos rise over and block out the sun.
No.
Just there's nothing but the chickens flying through the sky. All right. Well,
Oh,
so
God.
I think that's a good place to stop. Nice cliffhanger. Unfortunately, we'll not be having anything next week because I have 2 games to prep for and to prepare people for Vampire the Masquerade and a bunch of battle maps and crap. So we'll be having some downtime between now and the next time we play D&D, which would be the week after next. So whatever your characters want to do during that downtime,
I don't got no money.
let me know. Find a sugar daddy, and
You mean Tread?
yes.
Yeah, the thing in red.
So much
Got all the
slash
money.
art. So much slash art is gonna come from this when this finally takes off. Yeah, but
We both transformed into animals. We got the furries on lock. Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
there already has a collar involved. But anyway.
Oh.
So.
Keeping that, by the way.
Oh
Yes.
God. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get you guys the link to Vampire the Masquerade, and you can start building your characters.
Yes.
Yay! And I have not only do I have stories for D&D to write, I'm also gonna see if I can apply to some actual story competitions. So I've got 6 stories to write for D&D, Masquerade, and possibly money. So I'm going to be busy next week, plus all the other stuff I'm going to have to do. So we'll catch you in 2 weeks. Cool music plays as the lights go down, and we will see you